Hey everyone, ever walk into a room feeling like everyone is staring at that tiny stain on your shirt? Or replaying that awkward thing you said 5 minutes ago? You know that feeling, like a giant invisible spotlight is following your every move, highlighting all your imperfections? Well, you're not alone. This super common psychological phenomenon actually has a name, the spotlight effect. And trust me, once you understand it, it's a total game changer for your self-consciousness. What is the spotlight effect? Simply put, the spotlight effect is our tendency to overestimate how much other people are noticing, judging, or even thinking about us. We feel like we're constantly under scrutiny, believing that our little slip-ups, our fashion choices, or even our temporary bad hair days are glaringly obvious to everyone around us. The truth is, most people are way too preoccupied with their own lives and their own internal spotlights to be obsessing over yours. While you're sweating about that tiny zit, they're probably busy replaying their own embarrassing moment from yesterday. Why does our brain do this? This effect stems from a natural cognitive bias called egocentrism. Basically, we're the center of our own universe. It's incredibly difficult for us to truly step outside our own perspective and realize that other people aren't experiencing the world exactly as we are. We assume that because we're acutely aware of our own appearance, thoughts, and actions, others must be too. Think about it. You know every single flaw you have, every awkward pause you made, but others don't have that same access to your inner monologue or your detailed self-critique. They just see the surface, and often, they're not paying nearly as much attention as you think. Real-life examples, you've been there. You've definitely experienced the spotlight effect. The embarrassing outfit. You walk into a party convinced everyone's noticing that one shirt you're wearing, even if it's perfectly normal. Studies have even shown people overestimate how many notice them wearing a t-shirt with a cringy celebrity. The public blunder. You trip slightly on the stairs or spill a tiny bit of coffee. Your mind immediately screams, "Oh no, everyone saw that. They're all judging me." In reality, most probably didn't notice, or if they did, they barely registered it before moving on. Speaking in meetings, classes, you hesitate, stumble on a word, or think your idea sounds silly. You're convinced your colleagues or classmates are scrutinizing every sound. Most likely, they're focused on their own contributions or just listening passively. A bad hair day or a pimple? You spend extra time trying to fix it, convinced it's the first thing everyone sees. Newsflash, they probably don't even notice, or if they do, they forget it in seconds. How to step out of the spotlight. Recognizing the spotlight effect is the first step to feeling more comfortable and confident. Here are some ways to dim that imaginary light. Shift your focus outward. Instead of obsessing over yourself, actively try to observe others. Notice their expressions. Listen to what they're saying. You'll quickly realize they're just as preoccupied as you are, if not more. Challenge your thoughts. When that everyone's staring thought pops up, ask yourself, is that really true? What's the evidence? Remind yourself that people are often more focused on themselves. Practice self-compassion. Be as kind to yourself as you would be to a friend. If someone else made a small mistake, would you spend all day judging them? Probably not. Extend that same grace to yourself. Get some perspective. Imagine if the roles were reversed. If you saw someone trip, how long would you actually think about it afterward? Probably not long. This helps reduce the exaggerated importance you place on your own actions. Embrace imperfection. No one is perfect. Understanding that small flaws or slip-ups are normal, and that others are dealing with their own can be incredibly freeing. The spotlight effect is a powerful illusion. By understanding it, you can stop overthinking every little detail and start living more freely, knowing that most of the time, the biggest critic you face is yourself. So, go ahead, wear that quirky shirt, speak up in that meeting, and remember, the spotlight is usually only in your head.